Do you care what people think of you?
Yeah, nah. I never cared.
Ever?
I be somewhere in another world, pick a bitch, I can have any girl. Nah, I ain't never cared.
What about this? Okay, I know you don't care, but what is your opinion on cancel culture? Are you familiar with
Cancel
that
culture,
phrase?
know what that is?
On dictionary.com, cancel culture refers to the popular practice of withdrawing support for public figures and companies after they have done or said something considered objectionable or offensive.
So you saying like, what is like sponsors is sponsor? Like just say somebody, I just say somebody famous get sponsored, right? But they do some shit and they don't fuck with them no more. That's what you basically trying to say?
Cancel culture is generally discussed as being performed on social media in the form of group shaming. So you'll
It's
see,
like I just say, who did some shit recently? Like,
you'll
what
see,
they was talking about cancel? They was talking about canceling motherfucking like how they be like, we finna cancel them for 2021 and shit, like, cause they
correct.
did. Oh, shit like that. Okay,
That's
but
cancel culture, yeah.
who the fuck they doing somebody like that? I just seen this shit the other day.
Sometimes it's a person, sometimes it's a brand, sometimes it's a product.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. I know what you're talking about. Like they do some shit and then everybody be like, we ain't fucking with them no more.
What is your opinion of that? Cancel culture.
That shit cool though. Like depends what motherfuckers do. But sometimes they be overhyping this shit too though, so it just depends on what the situation is. Like some niggas they need to get counseled. So shit, man. It just depends though. Like long as they ain't overhyping this shit, it's a reasonable counsel. It's cool.
You being a public figure, does that worry you at all? Or is that something you fear perhaps? Being canceled, something you may say or something you may do.
Nah, cause I'm gonna say what I wanna say, but shit, they talking about the council, man, I ain't gonna give a fuck though, really, to be honest, cause sometimes they just be talking too, they be talking about they gonna cancel them motherfuckers, still don't cancel. They just be talking sometimes too though. Like if they gonna cancel me, they gonna cancel me for the right shit.
Have you ever seen an attempt on that on you?
Nah, yeah, no, I don't think I don't think I'm probably extra big enough yet to get canceled, so when the time comes, they probably gonna try to, but I ain't gonna be studying shit.
What about music-wise? Do you care what people think? Not about you personally, but your music.
Nah, I don't give a fuck, cause I make my music out of my life, like my shit come from my life experience. Like I don't shit. If you don't fuck with it, don't fuck with it. I know somebody gonna fuck with it. Everybody can't hate the shit. Somebody gonna like it. So shit. I don't care what people think.
Overall speaking, music or not, who is your biggest critic at this point?
My biggest critic.
Yeah.
Is myself, I think.
Besides yourself.
Besides myself.
Yeah, if we take you out of the equation, who's your biggest critic? Is it a person in your life you get the biggest critic from? Biggest critique from? Biggest criticism?
Not really, but I know shit, my uncle, my manager, he be criticizing my shit. Like, he gonna tell me the truth shit if it ain't right. Shit, youngster, they'll tell a nigga, like, they ain't gonna let anything fly. They don't be on nigga ass criticizing, but they gonna tell like, that shit ain't right, bro. Redo that shit. But they ain't gonna just be on nigga ass, like, critique every single thing, like. Cause I don't really fuck up a lot, but when I do fuck up, they let a nigga know basically what I'm saying.
When it comes to Unc, is that literally your biological uncle?
Yeah, it's my biological uncle, like my dad's brother. Yeah, biological. Damn.
And is that something you asked for, his criticism, or is that something he voluntarily
I asked
tells
for
you?
it and he volunteered. Like, I feel like he's supposed to do that shit. He ain't criticize my shit, he probably don't care about a nigga. So I look at it.
Ever get physical over anything he's critiqued?
Yeah, no.
When it comes to criticism, you welcome it?
Yeah. Tell me like.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like they make you as a person, if you can't take criticism, like, you don't need to be doing certain shit. Like, some people think everything perfect, but when it really ain't. So some people need criticism. Like, I feel like, yeah, you need that shit.
And you take it into consideration, you listen?
Yeah, hell yeah. Sometimes I might not do the shit, but I listen though, at least.
You want some more criticism now?
Some more criticism now? What, you got some criticism for me?
I personally don't, but the audience might.
Oh shit, whatever they want to say.
For those watching right now, leave a comment on this video and let Lil Migo know exactly what you think of his music. And be 100% honest.
Be 100. If you ain't fucking with it, you ain't fucking with it. You fuck with it, fuck with it.
Will you read these comments?
Yeah, I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna go and read them. For sure. I be reading this shit. Like, some people don't read this shit. I be reading this shit sometimes, though. Like, I be reading this shit. I check in and read this shit.
Why? Some people don't.
Cause I just be like, want to see what people think sometimes. But some of they just be talking, though. I know they'd be capped. But I be reading some of the shit, though.
How can you tell the difference? Cap versus the real deal.
I know when motherfuckers will be capping, because when they talking, it's like, because you will know, like, majority, like, just say if you drop a video, majority motherfuckers be like, that motherfucker hard, then you have somebody say some off the wall ass shit, but like, they cap. You'll know if your shit, you'll know if the shit ain't nobody fucking with it. Majority of motherfuckers be like, nah, that shit ain't it, that shit ain't it. You can just tell the percentage for good versus bad. More good comments, more bad comments, you can just know. The wise ain't gonna lie to you.
And for time reference, it's March 2021.
Yep.